All right, so let's talk about some general dating safety. Okay, now my intention here isn't to patronize you or tell you what you already know, but the truth is sometimes the obvious is worth being reminded of. So let's start at the beginning. You're going out with your friends. My advice is when you go out to a bar or a club, always have a couple of good friends around. Okay, if you're going out with people you don't know, you need to be that much more careful. My advice is if you've got even one, if you're going out with a group, but you've even got one good friend that you go out with, that's really important. Okay, because at least you know that person knows you, you can set the rules at the start of the night. And I find actually, with a lot of the women that I speak to, some of the ones that have the best nights, they actually set the rules before they go out. So before they go out, they say, okay, look, we're going to go out tonight, we're going to have a good time, but we're all coming back together. And they promise each other they're going to come back together. Okay, that way, if someone gets too drunk and they decide suddenly they want to go home with someone, at least everyone knows the rules, at least everyone knows, actually, no, we're going back together, and they don't just leave her stranded. Okay, when you're out and you're getting your drinks, I don't need to tell you to keep your drink covered, to not let it out of your sight. If you're going to the bar, make sure you've got sight of your drink. Now, the truth is, this is one of those things that everyone goes, yeah, I know, I've been told this 1,000 times. But what happens is we get told it so many times that we forget about it, then we go out, we don't worry about it, and something happens. The amount of girls I know that go out, something happens, the next day they can't believe it's happened to them, and you never think it's going to happen to you, right? But that's the same with all aspects of life that concern with danger. You never think it's going to happen to you. But the truth is, you don't need to worry about it, you just need to protect yourself against it. So if you're going to the bar, make sure either you get your own drink or you get one of your good friends to get your drink. Don't let anyone else buy you a drink, or if they do buy you a drink, make sure you're watching that person, okay? Don't trust anyone you don't know, even if you're having a good time with them, okay? That doesn't mean you have to be cold to people. It just means don't necessarily let all your instincts go away just because someone's a smooth talker or just because someone knows what they're doing, okay? Don't relax too much around people. When you're with someone, notice that, okay, this is a cool guy, I like him, but he's still a stranger, and I'm going to still be careful. Also, as it gets nearer the end of the night, the truth is most people have a few drinks, they get a bit tipsy, some people get far too tipsy, and they start to lose their instincts. Now, when you lose your instincts, things often get a little hairy. And again, it's one of those things that you don't know it's happening until you're past the point of knowing where you're in control. So now you're in a place where you don't feel in control and you're not in a place to make rational decisions. My advice is, if you're in a group, someone in that group needs to be slightly more sober so that they know what the hell everyone's doing. When you get a group of women together, it's the same way. When you get a group of guys together and they get too drunk and there's no one sober, these guys get in fights, they do stupid things, and there's no one rational there to take care of it. When you're out in a group of your girls, just have someone in the group that's going to retain their sanity for the night, and she's actually going to help the group direct, okay, we're going to get in a cab now, we've got to go home. Have that responsible person in the group. And you know what? If no one is like that in the group, you be the responsible person in the group. It's so, so important, because this is your safety we're talking about. Going out should be fun, dating should be fun, getting with guys should be fun, but at the end of the day, when something like that happens, only needs to happen once to really feel like that's scarred you, and no one wants that. So go out, be playful, have a good time, but keep your drink to yourself. Go out with some close friends who you know are responsible, who know you well, and if your friends aren't going to be responsible, then you be the responsible one. Now lastly, I'll say when it comes to guys and the end of the night, someone's trying to take you home at the end of the night, someone's asking you to come back with them. I'm not going to tell you absolutely don't do it. I'm not going to patronize you in that way, but just be ultra, ultra, ultra careful. Okay, you don't know the person. If you go home with someone else, make sure your friends know where you are, what you're doing, they have a number for you, and maybe even the guy's contact number. Make sure everyone knows exactly what's going on. My gut instinct says don't do it. Okay, stick with your friends. If you like him that much and he likes you that much, well, you can get together the next day, right? There's no rush to suddenly get home that night. But if you have to, be ultra careful, know where you are, know what you're doing, and have your friends there to back you up. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you soon.